It has been 20 years since one of the costliest hurricanes ever to hit the United States struck, and in the years since, the scars remain.
First Warning meteorologist Eric Burris traveled to New Orleans to see where things stand now in some of those hardest hit areas.
It's hard to believe it's been 20 years since the wind and the water, but it proves that while time may heal all wounds, it doesn't heal them completely. Let me introduce you to Robert Lynn Green Sr., a man that still today carries those scars. He was unable to evacuate to the Superdome and instead was forced to ride the storm out in his home with his family. And when the waters started to rise, they had to climb, first to the attic, then break through the roof.
That morning, we were fighting the storm surge, and our house lifted off its foundation. We floated on the roof of the house, not knowing where we would wound up.
While his house was floating, it eventually crashed into another home.
We were into the water,
Oh my God.
And my 3-year-old granddaughter fell in the water, disappeared in 25 feet of water.
And through the wind and the waves, he was never able to find her. He lost his mother that day as well. Robert's story wasn't a one-off. Over 1,300 people lost their lives and hundreds of thousands more uprooted. But to understand what this was like, I wanted to talk to someone who not only lived it,
all right, Margaret, what can you tell us? It's a Category 5.
but covered it. This is Margaret Orr, former chief meteorologist at WDSU. She said that while the storm was horrid, afterward,
And I was driving through the city Monday morning, and you could see a wall of water moving in. Yeah. It was about 2 feet high maybe, but it was moving.
Yeah.
And I knew the city would flood until we reached an equilibrium with the lake.
And that's where New Orleans is just so vulnerable, because it sits like a bowl under sea level.
This is the London Avenue Canal. The water level is so much higher than the homes. Look at how that drop-off goes from the levee system into these homes. And during Katrina, these homes were completely inundated.
But this is a community that doesn't forget its history or stay sour in it. For Robert Lynn Green, he still keeps the steps to his old home as a reminder of what was. But he also won't let you forget how life after Katrina taught him a valuable lesson.
People really don't want to come to be looky-loos. They want to come to help. They want to come to know what happened.
And when residents in this area are asked, why return? Why still live there? You have to look at the very soul of this community. It's Mardi Gras. It's Jazz Fest. It's celebrating life. And to the folks that live here, they don't want anything else. It's an amazing story, always knowing that there's a better tomorrow. In the lower 9th Ward, Louisiana, Eric Burris, WESH 2 News.
Wow, incredible story. One of the biggest impacts right after the storm and floods was on families trying to file claims with insurance so they could start over. Katrina taught homeowners and insurance companies, for that matter, many lessons. Now, one insurance expert says homeowners who do not live in a flood zone often have a false sense of security. He says 43% of flood losses nationwide are in non-special hazard areas.
I always recommend that you have your flood policy with the same carrier that you have your homeowner's policy. We can figure out what was wind and what was water, but that way they're taken care of.
Many homeowners right now are struggling to find affordable policies, with many here in Florida relying on the state-run Citizens Property Insurance. The state is making an effort to bring in more private insurance companies and offload Citizens policies. Our New Orleans sister station has covered so many emotional stories in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina 20 years later. You can find them right now on our website, wesh.com.